We're back, people, and today we're breaking a film on Robert Hunt, Miami Dolphins right guard, his Week 1 performance versus the Chargers. And honestly, I'm pretty confident in saying that he's become one of the better guards in the league. His improvement, week to week, season to season, is just really evident. He looks really good coming into this one. Like last year was his best year. This game he played amazing. He was one of the better pieces on the offense. I think as a run blocker, he's probably the Dolphins' best run blocker on the offensive line for sure. He's just a dominating force, mauler type. His hands are so powerful. He's just absolutely destroying guys at the point of attack. And then in pass protection, I think he's become consistently good. Like all around, his technique is solid. Things that he does, anchors well. He beats a lot of defensive tackles, and he just wins most of his reps overall. Really impressed with his run rep here on the backside of this. As this guard, he's able to cut off 51, which is really nice. Backside of outside zone, and he's just able to square him up and then cut him off. He keeps driving. Hands are, very active to get back within the chest. He keeps resetting them to recover. And now that he's in complete control, he's able to, get his hips across, seal this off, cut him off. That's exactly what you want to do positioning wise. And now he's in complete control. He's like lifting him up like this. This is pretty good body lean as well. What you want to be, good base. Still think his technique could be even better. I just feel like right now, Hunt is playing like in the prime of his career, and I'm really excited to see how the season unfolds for him. Hunt here, Dolphins running sweep to his side, and he's just got to get control at the point of attack. I think he's become one of the better offensive linemen at sustaining. Like when he gets his hands into your chest, it is tough to get out of it. His grip strength is very, very powerful. If he's not destroying you, like in 51 gets off the ball pretty good there. Like to get, Hunt wants to like cut him off, get his head outside, but 51 is like reading that motion and is already shifting over pre-snap. So Hunt gets off the ball a little late, but he's still able to just get hands inside that in the chest. He's able to reset. Like see how his hands were a little wide, but he resets inside the chest, and he's just in control now, just driving, sustaining. 51 never has really a chance to make any impact on that play. Getting on these blocks very important. He just doesn't want to allow 51 to win to the outside, because 51, if he just shoots up here, he could win this rep, but Hunt gets control of that situation, shuts it down. Really like the versatility he can bring as a run blocker, because he can do a lot of different things on like play side, backside of zone runs too. Like, for being a bigger guard, like he moves pretty well for this Dolphins zone run scheme, which they do a lot of the time, but they also, mix it up, do some power gap scheme stuff, and Hunt really can excel in both. I think Robert Hunt was just out here, looking for blood. Tries to help on a combo, but just with how it worked with Austin Jackson, he wasn't able to get hands on that defensive tackle, and then he just destroys some guy at the second level. You'll watch this right here. Tries to get down to help this on 51, but 51 kind of gets to the outside shoulder of Jackson, so he's not able to really help there. But he's able to get to that second level, even loses balance, but recovers, gets his body in a good spot. This is the positioning you want to be, help create this lane, get to 6, and just, boom, throw him to the ground like it's nothing. You see the power in his hands. Look at the hype, the competitive toughness. He looks to destroy. It's harder to see, I think, from this angle how really powerful he is at the point of attack, just his hands. But you can see it here. Like, look at the effect that he has on this linebacker to put him to the ground. I'm attacking from the side. And, even though he gets hands on the back, it's not like a block in the back, because he was, had him sealed and gets him, on... I guess he kind of hits him in the back. But really, he's just sealing on the side here, too, and just puts him to the ground. Really, really good play just from positioning standpoint, and just recovering and able to, destroy some guy. Also, in pass protection, he looked really good in this game. Didn't give up, really. He didn't give up a sack. I think he might have given up one pressure, and that was about it. But, yeah, it looked pretty solid across the board. You can see the active feet and hands. Ball's coming out quickly, so nothing too crazy. But you can see he's aggressive setting on these guys. Like, the defensive tackles of the Chargers did not concern him at all. Get hands inside the chest, good wide base, and his hands and feet are just coming together. And even sometimes when he gets, off balance like this, he's, a little overextended. He's got just overall good recovery skills to get back. His grip strength really allows him to stay up by just keeping those hands inside the chest to keep himself from going over the top like that. And it's just really nice to see him combine the feet and hands in those situations. Another excellent pass pro rep for Robert Hunt. Gets isolated again, and you can just see the hands and feet tied together. He's mirroring and matching. Guys tries to spin out of it. He's staying patient. He's staying square. This is just good technique. 51. Hunt had his number all game long. Pass pro run blocking. Tries to work to the inside. You can just see pretty much everything working well here. The first step, boom, he's just matching him. Gets low, gets hands inside the chest, gets a little overextended. He tries to spin out of it, uh, is still able to, recover and balance, and you can just see him mirror this perfectly. Feet come with him with his hands. He stays patient, doesn't get too overextended where he lunges and loses balance. Sometimes players will, on these spin moves, like even though he does get a little overextended in a certain spot right there, he's able to just it just shows off his balance skills that he is able to overextend like that and still able to not fall over and lose those types of reps. It's really nice to see the balance that Robert Hunt can show for a bigger guy, the athleticism. Just really like his game all around. Probably, I would say after Armstead, he's the second best offensive lineman on the team. And as I was saying earlier, I think he's becoming, one of the better guards overall in this league. I showed this video or this clip in the Austin Jackson video. Robert Hunt just helping, like he doesn't get anything there, so he just goes and looks for work. He's really good at looking for work. He's always been good at looking for work, and it's like one of the reps Austin Jackson lost versus Bosa on that spin move, and Hunt sees just based on the pass pro here what 51 does. He goes, they slide to his side, so Connor Williams ends up getting that defensive tackle, so he's free here. Look for some work. He understands like, hey, since Connor Williams can take this guy, no other blitzers coming, his eyes are active, I'm going to go help to Austin Jackson, who's facing Joey Bosa. So then he sees the spin move coming, recognizes it, and, gets a chance to take a free shot at Bosa, punishing him for even using that move. Really nice to see that from, just a physical and power standpoint, but also a mental standpoint, understanding what the scheme is and, where your teammates need help. It's nice to see because he did help Austin Jackson a few times like that throughout this game. Hands tied with feet for Robert Hunt. Again, he gets aggressive in his set, attacking 51. Guys trying to spin out of it, go multiple different directions, and Hunt is just matching him. This is a very impressive play. 51 lined up as like a 4-eye. He gets out and aggressively attacks him, and you can just see the hands into the chest. Active hands, too. Active hands and active feet is one thing you see a lot with Hunt. He shoots into the chest. Good wide base here. Tries to work back to the inside. He doesn't overextend. He stays patient. Realizes, hey, bring those hands back. Get him again. Make him use all these moves. Make him get into your chest. He tries to spin out of it again. Hunt still in a spot to just stonewall that. His hands are so powerful that even though he has to reset, take his hands off all the time because this guy's trying to win multiple different directions, he's able to just stonewall it every single time. And even if he falls slightly out of balance, like a little off balance like right there, he's able to get his feet back on the ground, anchor, stop the defensive lineman like it's nothing. Last play we're going to break down here for Robert Hunt. Dolphins running some split zone action. Hunt blocking down basically. Very excellent to see the movement and displacement that he can create. Look how far he just moves 98 out of the way. Like the play's flowing this way, but he's on that 2-eye. Attack low. Get that right hand up into like that armpit area and look how much movement he can create. Lifting him up. You want to extend that arm. He knows how to use the torque, knows which arm to extend, where to place it, and just the placement of it, extending it, creates all that movement with his, play strength, which is, very, very high. Probably his best trait is his power, his mauling ability. Love when he's able to just get hands on guys and move them. Play ends up picking about 4 yards, but he does his job to perfection really well there to just move his guy, displace him down the line of scrimmage. So as we saw as a run blocker, very effective as he always is, and in a pass protection, he made it look very easy in this game, and I thought he looked very consistent with his technique, hands, feet tied together, looked great with his athleticism. His, play strength is always going to be up there. He's never going to, just get bullied around as long if he's like on balance for sure, and excited to see where he can go this season because I think he's very, very important to this team. He can also play right tackle if needed, but right guard is definitely his natural position. It's where he's at his best, and I think, as we're seeing, he's really growing into, becoming one of those better guards in the league. So if you're interested in the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, don't forget to subscribe. Peace.